Oh, we are now recording the October 5th, 2018 Small Business Accounting Advisors. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So I think I'm just going to say we talked a little bit beforehand about Facebook and fake profiles. I know, and it's been around for a long time. It just seems like there's a big uptick. I'm seeing a lot of people posting and getting messages, forward this to all your friends and kind of thing. If I ask you if you see a request for me to friend me, don't accept. Let me know. I think we're all a little seasoned here, so we're used to looking before just accepting a friend request. So it's kind of second nature for me at this point.
I get like two or three.
Remember who your friends are.
That's true.
Yeah, you have to go, I'm already her friend. What? Yeah.
I get two or three of them like a morning, and then sometimes as soon as I click OK, I'm like, oh, he's got like 15 mutual friends, and all of a sudden they're on that instant messenger, hi, and I'm like waving at you, and I'm like, no, you gotta go then.
Really?
I have over 100 requests that I just leave them because I might become a friend with one of them. I mean, you know, but my friends list is more people I really know, you know, so I don't want to have to bite my tongue.
Is that why you didn't take my friend request?
Uh-oh.
I got one yesterday for Dennis Thompson, and I said, gee, I know him. I thought I was friends. And then I got looking, I'm already friends.
If you poke on it, they'll have like 2 pictures, maybe little things, and it's not them. And now you can you report. Why are you reporting them? They're impersonating someone, a friend, what's your friend's name, and then you tell it. And so before they didn't have that little mechanism to report easily.
I just clicked on X. That's it.
Yeah, decline. That's all I have.
People think they're getting hacked, but they're not getting hacked because there's certain information that is available online. It doesn't matter how tightly you lock down your account. Your profile picture, your name.
Probably your address.
Maybe.
Birthday.
If you've, revealed that. So that's all they need. All they need is that picture. But I don't understand what the end game is.
And what they're getting from it. Yeah, I know. And
the end game?
The other thing is, thank you, Facebook, for trying to improve your security. Why am I seeing more of these? I mean, I know you got that little message thing going on, but I would think if you were improving things, I'd be seeing less. That's just me, I guess.
Now they got some kind of weird like TV at the bottom. There's another tab at the bottom that says, watch this or something. I'm like, what is this? They're not only selling me stuff, they want me to watch TV. But I think it's to watch like live shows or something that's on Facebook on the bottom of the phone.
I'll have to look at what you're talking about. Because actually,
I do like, I'm trying to, not spend so much time on Facebook. There's a new setting on the iOS 12 where you can actually put, like I put 10 o'clock at night and it starts going, sorry.
Yeah, I love that setting.
You off. And then everything goes dark. Now you can poke on it and go, give me 50 more minutes. But it's just more of an awareness thing. But I love the groups. I wish they were formatted a little differently so that we didn't have to keep asking the same or answering the same questions all the time. But and then there's the crazy people that do the Facebook Lives. I mean, you had Deborah and Greg Bozen are up in New York, and that's sort of fun, So they're online colleagues they're up there at
being them crazy selves.
Hector, 12:30 at night, talking about value billing, and I'm like, dude, go to bed. But then before I could even say anything, it was like boom, 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 and all these, it's like, well, now we know who all the night owls are.
Mariette was on, I think she scheduled it because it was like my time it was 6 and I'm like, that's 3. Could she possibly be up at 3 live Facebook?
This morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Can you schedule it?
I'm in East Coast.
Okay.
What did she schedule? Something that was already taped?
She's been talking about a bunch of stuff. I don't know. She just keeps popping up on my feed talking, and she's live all the time. She's got something going on with local. She's
girlfriend Mariette has amazing energy.
She never sleeps.
Oh, she's my buddy.
Hector never sleeps.
And Seth never sleeps.
And Seth never sleeps.
Driven.
I, on the other hand, have really, really done what you're doing, Sarah. Certain time at night when I'm done, I'm done. That's it. Computer goes off, and I've taken Facebook off of my phone. I know.
Oh, really?
I did that last year, and it's the best thing that ever happened.
Exactly.
I deleted all the games. Well, I have such a addictive personality that, what was that thing with the candy?
Oh, Candy Crush.
I tell you what, that was out of hand. Yeah. One night I just went, said a prayer. God, I can do this.
Yeah, that blue light stuff is addictive.
And I went in there and I just killed every game on my thing. And I mean, that we're talking months and months and months of gaining those stupid points.
Right. No, that's it. It does. It pulls you in. It entices you. And it's meant to.
It's like, what level are you on? I'm on, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm 57 years old.
And I have to say, this is one area that my Rocket book is really helping me keep focused. It keeps me off of Facebook. And I look at, well, I could be doing this instead.
That's
you
right.
know?
So I have to grow up. Well, you know what? You do such deep, accounting all day long. You're working with people all day long. And sometimes having that no-brainer,
Absolutely.
brainless thing to do, but anyway, the trick is for you to enjoy it and not have it, control you or something.
Suck you in and take you captive.
My brainless thing is, honestly, it sounds so weird, is washing the dishes. Just to wash the dishes.
I get
I
it.
love it.
I should hire you. You can come to my house.
Fold laundry, wash the dishes.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Mark likes to do those chores. Don't mess him up.
That's okay. Yeah, if you got Mark doing that, don't do anything to change a thing.
He's awesome. He's at DerbyCon in Kentucky for the security conference, and he had an early flight, and I see headlights, and I'm like, where is he going? It was like almost midnight. He had to go to the grocery. Sure that I'd eat.
Oh,
I didn't realize, and I thought he just ran to get milk or something, but I opened the refrigerator the next morning.
It was packed. What a sweetheart.
He's very nurturing, yeah, because I'm just, I'm intense when it comes to all this stuff, and he would be happy as a clam just taking care of the house.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah.
What a sweetheart. Well, let's switch gears back to business. We can talk. We have both Lindas that have a subject. Which one wants to speak first? Linda Russell or Linda Artisani? Okay. Let's talk about fourth quarter processes and what we need to do for our clients and for ourselves also.
Yeah, I was thinking, actually, this came from being in that Momentum to a Million on the forum. I was thinking about, usually I send Christmas cards to my customers, and this year I was thinking about maybe sending them a note at Thanksgiving, like a gratitude and thank you for being a customer. I thought that would be a nice touch because it might stand out more than a Christmas card that kind of gets flung into a pile.
Right.
You're
No,
right.
absolutely.
Great idea.
Because
And
you just start stacking them up and they don't mean
Yeah.
as much as one out of the blue. That's why I like, I have clients I have a client that sends out birthday cards, handwritten birthday cards.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, and you
nice.
have to handwrite them. I mean, it has to be written by me. But I
Yeah.
thought that'd be a nice idea. And then also, I just sent them all an email, which I love my 17 hats. I sent them all out an email saying, hey, we're getting ready for the third quarter. It's going to be, we're going to close it down and I'm going to go through the records and let's do that push towards the end of the year and maybe look at the numbers and say, maybe you should buy stuff because maybe you want to start to lower down what your profits. They're all doing really well this year because of the economy. So,
Nice.
you want to start to look at that now because it's going to give you more time. So it's kind of where I've been looking at it. And also I'm proud of myself. I went through my 17 hats on people that I have done cleanup and then they disappeared afterwards. Oh, I'm all done. I cleaned my file up. I got my tax return stuff sent to the accountant. Do you want to keep going with services? No, I'm going to do it myself. I sent notes out to them because they stayed connected to me in the file in QuickBooks Online. So I can go in and look and see that they haven't done a darn thing since I left. So
That kills me. You've got access to all their stuff. How do they think you don't know?
they don't take it off. Some of them I took off. I was like, no, never working. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I actually can still see their files because they stay in touch. And sometimes I'll ask a question and I'll just go in and look and give them a quick answer. But yes, I figured I'd touch base with them again and see, and I actually went through and put all that together. So I'm ahead of it because I'm starting to think about, this is one of the things that Julie Gordon-White said was start to think about next year. Like started to do this stuff at the end of the last quarter to start to think about what you want to lay out for next year. And I never thought about, I don't think that far ahead being in a bookkeeping world. I'm always thinking back instead of forward.
Right.
So it's kind of cool to start to plan and set some goals. I set an early goal that I'm probably going to miss in the beginning of this year, but I'm pretty close. So I'm looking forward to kind of working and pushing forward with that. So it'll be fun.
I try to think of, when you realize that you should have done more planning and more legwork is when you're in the middle of January.
Yeah.
1099s?
1099s. So every year I'm like, okay, we're going to test and test and test, and we're just going to start off the year. We're going to be so ready. It's just one of those chores that, it's not on your I have to do list. Like close the books, get the financials out, and all that stuff. That's just one of those little chores and it's so easy to procrastinate on that. But
well, I've been a stickler about you don't get a check unless you fill a W-9 out.
Yeah, if we're doing the actual work, that's
really helped.
Review clients, the ones that we review,
right?
They're controlling it, and it's the testing. The testing takes time because they could have it in as another name instead of a vendor. They could have paid a check to a customer name instead of the vendor name.
Right.
The little things like that.
You know what really works? When you say I can't pay you unless I have your 1099s, right? And they say, well, I'll get my lawyer to sue you. Then you say, fine. Then we'll send 20% to the IRS.
Well, I have in lieu of W-9 letter that can be used instead of the government form because the government form tends to intimidate people. So I have I put the client's letterhead and I say why we need the information, and then it's fill in the blanks. And all my default letters say 26%. We're going to withhold 26% if we don't have your W-9 on file. They changed it to 24%. But nobody knows that. Do y'all know that it went down?
No,
I didn't know.
Nobody knows. So I'm like, who cares? I mean, it's just one of those. It's just.
Hey,
There are people that do
2% for handling.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll take it out. I don't send it to the government. You're supposed to send it to the. You're supposed to send the IRS like within so many days, or whatever. But sometimes you just use it as a tool. Just deduct it and go, hey.
I did one for a lady last year, and we did all the processing and we had to get all the paperwork in, and at the very end we pushed it out and got it out. And then she said, "Oh, you know what? I paid some out of my personal check. Should I have told you that?" It's like, these people that are in your business, you paid out of your personal? Well, I didn't have the money, so I just wrote them checks. I was like, oh.
I had a law firm that we handled simple cash basis. Love that job. But what I didn't know, because I didn't handle, was the escrow account. In the escrow account, she was paying some of the exact same people, but directly, and they were closing the business to retire, and I don't know what we were talking about. Well, we were doing 1099s or something, and
she was probably coding them to the trust account, and
she was paying it out of the trust. And she goes, "Well, that's not our money. That's their money." And I'm like, "But you're responsible for that check. That checking account is in your control. I have to add all these checks together." And she's like, "We haven't done that in 40 years. I'm like, "Well, it's a little late now."
And what do you do in that instance?
Nothing.
What do you do? I mean, really, there isn't much you can do, but technically.
I learned a lesson. I know what questions to ask if I get another law firm.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Never occurred to me. This was a client that for years she would always send me my check with my bill wrapped around it in the envelope. Yeah. You get those a lot? And for years. And just happened one day, I said, "You are making a copy of that, right?" She goes, "No." I said, "That's your receipt." And she goes, "Oh, I've got my canceled check." So she's thinking like a personal, not a business. And I'm like, okay, so that was an eye-opener too. So when you're not doing the actual processing and you're not seeing source documents, and you're not seeing how they actually do the day-to-day work, stuff like that'll slip by you.
Absolutely it will. Absolutely it will.
And you just assume sometimes you work with so many clients, like, how much training, especially when the books are so nice and neat and clean, you get lulled into thinking they know what they're doing when,
Yeah.
Ernest is moving.
Yeah.
Not sure what's happening there.
Well, my battery was dying, so I had to plug it in.
Oh, got it.
Anyway, W-9s.
W-9s, right. End of year processes, though. Do you have meetings with your clients and discuss? And when do you have your meetings? Is it October, November? I'm picking the beginning of November. That seems to be the best time for me. There's still enough time a little bit of time to make some changes if you need to. Mm-hmm. But you let it go any longer than that. You really get into the holiday season and don't even think about talking to anybody the third week in November. And then as you get closer to Christmas, guys are a little bit easier than ladies are.
You find though, Gina, if you ask the clients, like I found this happened to me, was have it in my package that they have time with me at the end of the year and to go over everything, and then I offer it and they don't follow up on it and end up doing like a Zoom. I'm not a Zoom, I'll do a use Loom meeting and just go through the financials and send it to them because they don't even want to take that time out of their data.
I know, it's weird.
That's why I want to try and start in November. And I do have meetings scheduled for the beginning of November, with my clients. So, and then I usually like to do it again at the end of the year to look at their numbers and what they really are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there really are 2 meetings at the end of the year with each client for me.
Well, we sort of piggyback. Most of our clients run budgets, and they'll get into budget season. And so that's an opportunity is everything in the right place? And then we do budget templates for them to then work on the next budget. So I'll do, one trick that we do is we'll do a 12-month P&L from like, usually we do like November 1 of last year to October 31st of this year. So you get a 12-month representation instead of here's 9 or 10 months.
And then we're going to project.
Try to analyze, annualize it and guess what where we're going to land. Sometimes it's just a better picture to just do the last 12 months.
Right.
And I can hide it so they can look at it if they want. And then we do what the budget is, the current budget, and then we make a column that they can fill in the blanks, and then a column for notes. So that's our opportunity to, go over things, because not everybody wants, I've got treasurers, whatever. They want the reports 15 minutes before the meeting.
I know.
Out, and I'm like, okay, but glad we know what we're doing.
Okay. So who is going to QB Connect? Okay.
Yay.
3 of us. Is Ernest? No?
Yeah. I sold him my ticket.
Oh, okay. We couldn't see Ernest's hand up.
Oh, no, he's in the dark there.
I think Ernest got my ticket and Stacy Bren got Mark's ticket.
Right.
Awesome. Linda Russell.
Yes.
Woodard.
Yes, I'm in the Dan group.
I'm going to mute Ernest. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's making a lot of noise. So,
Ernest?
I was in trouble, Ernest. And I'm echoing.
Yeah, one of the things was that Murph spoke again regarding the requirements for running QuickBooks 2018 desktop on your computer and the requirements for running QuickBooks 2019 on your computer, and how important the RAM is. And in 2019, actually, Intuit QuickBooks has said they want you to have an an SSD drive, a solid state drive. And they want your data kept on a solid state drive because it moves more quickly. So
okay. Wow.
One of the things I saw on the list was the requirements for having a server. So I have a client right now that their server, it won't work.
Oh no. So what are they going to do?
Well, fortunately, my 17s won't roll till 2020.
Right. And not only that, but the 2019 requirements have been reduced a little bit less than 2018.
Oh, really?
So, yes. But Murph says he would never, ever run QuickBooks Desktop 18 or 19 on anything less than an 8 gigabyte machine. And he really highly recommends 12 to 16 gigs. Although he did say that now a lot of the computers are coming out with, there is video RAM. There's your regular RAM, 8, 12, 16, but there's also, they are including maybe 2 gigs of video RAM.
Mm-hmm.
That can help. So it's just interesting. And the other thing is that, and this is something that I know Sarah's husband Mark is aware of, when you load QuickBooks on your computer, I believe it's required that you have 8, 8.1, or 10 now. Maybe not. Maybe you can still do 7 Pro, Windows 7 Pro. But you have to open a port through the firewall for that program to go back and forth and talk to the Intuit servers out on the internet. And you can actually change, in 2019, there's a way to actually reset that port to a different port, which is...
That's awesome, because I do know that there are people that have had conflicts.
Yes, he said that. And he wrote an article on that, and it's on the Insightful Accountant, that newsletter that comes out every day. I think most all of us get it. So you can go to the Insightful Accountant page and you can search for that. And everything that he said today in his little presentation, he said was in the last 2 articles he wrote this week and last week. So
Are any Are any of you using QuickBooks 2019 yet? Or are you just holding off to like R4?
I just loaded it to test.
I haven't loaded it yet on either.
I haven't. I have been so busy. Like you, Linda, I have had no slowdown this year.
No.
Whatsoever.
Well, we can't use it till R3 or 4 anyway.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
If you have any sense.
Oh, yeah, the other thing is I don't have any clients that are on it. So
No.
until I get a client on it, I really don't need
The
it.
danger is somebody who's brand new to QuickBooks goes and gets 19. I can stop clients from updating. I can't.
Sure.
I wanted to ask about, so 2019, they're bringing back the Mac.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's horrible.
I have a, it's actually a new client. She's going to work with me, but I'm like, I don't do desktop, and she's buying the 2019 Mac. And I said, I'll just have to remote in on some sessions. I'm not going to buy it.
Oh, if it's anything like the rest of the Macs.
Yeah.
It is. There's nothing on it. Somebody put a post up and it said, why did you bother? It's only got 2 different features than it had before. And it was a bad program before. I mean, every time I get in it, and I have a Mac, but when I try to work in it, it's like, who made this thing? It's so bad.
Yeah.
And when they got rid of it, it made sense that they got rid of it. And whenever we're like resurrecting it, it's like, why?
Yeah. Well,
I guess people didn't want to use parallels and.
Yeah, but then
it's taxing on your system if you don't have a big system. And that's why I bought a PC solely.
And that would be my recommendation to people using Mac.
Oh, for sure.
Bite the bullet. You can buy a computer for as much as the program. Now.
And there's a post too on the forum that says, all right, if you're in QuickBooks Online and you want to go back to Mac now that Mac is back, take that program, send it to Windows, send it to Mac. I'm like, and I went on there, I'm like, I'll tell you what, if somebody came to me about that, I say, start a new file on January 1st or fiscal year. Do not make your file from online to desktop to Windows to Mac. No. Can you imagine what that would be like? What would you lose?
Oh, you're killing me, Linda.
People don't understand that every program is designed the same.
They don't
They're
just
big
click
databases. They have their records are stored differently, and just because it says Intuit on it doesn't mean they're all
Working the same. And heaven help them if they have inventory.
Oh, right. I haven't converted many back from online to desktop, except if the company closed, I'll take the file and put it in desktop so I can keep it for them. But I haven't really, and now you can put it in Chronobooks, but this is the way that, it's in my desktop and I'll save it to the cloud for them. But I don't really do that conversion back. I'm more the other way, and I'm not even doing that because most everybody that calls me is QuickBooks Online. I don't get that many desktop clients. Probably because my website says I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Did y'all see the post about the woman who said she was trying to go from QBO to desktop, and Intuit said, you have to call now?
Yeah.
And then they were like drilling her about what's your license number and all this stuff.
Wow.
And what?
And it was broken. Something was broken. Something to do with probably that, you have to go on Explorer. every time I've had to do one, you have to go on IE. It's horrible. They actually have you go from 12 to 10 to 9 to make it work. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was painful.
It is.
That's probably why my husband keeps all these old machines laying around.
Mm-hmm. I just threw away I had the CDs from like QuickBooks 2003 in my desk. I just threw them away. I crunched them up.
So sentimental.
Well, Linda might be helping me out with 2014 because I have somebody that I'm going to move off of that. But I was like, ooh.
Got it. I have them all.
Oh,
You do?
my machines. So,
Well, my new laptops, I'm just trying to do, 17 on, but I'm keeping the old workstations.
right.
Because they go way back. I can nurse a machine now.
They don't make them like that anymore.
That's true. That's true.
They're throwaways.
Throwaway computers. Oh my gosh.
So you have a PC as well on the side, Linda?
My laptop, I hate it. I hate it. Every time I go away, I take my laptop and it's a PC. And if you're used to using a Mac, It's like night and day. And then the PC doesn't do Office 365 like it does on my Mac, and it just aggravates me.
I just did a desktop PC because I was not going to go through that pain. So that's why I have this one and my iMac.
That's what I want to get. My husband has the MacBook Air. I said I should get that, but if I ever have to convert, at least I have the file. But I don't know. Every time I go back into Windows, I feel like I'm in the DOS ages.
I Google remote in to my PC when I'm out in the field. That's the way I get into it. Yeah, and it's a PIN. I did the additional PIN authorization.
Okay.
You have the login plus the PIN and all of that. So on the fly, actually at this client's meeting, I was able to load in his 2014 and get it onto my 15 I had him drop it on Google Drive, a shared folder between us, dropped it on that, and he was like, "Oh my God, you are a little wizard." I was like, "Yeah, that's why you're moving online."
It's wonderful when it works the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, when it does, it's beautiful. But then I was like, but I can't give you this file because you're not 2015. And
right.
Anyways, so I'll make it work.
I guess that is it then today. Anything else, anyone? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we will see you same time, same place next week.
Sounds good.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.